Hey, everybody. I don't want to yell at the beginning. Hey, everybody. No. Hey, everybody. What? Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just our open chat after our Shooting the Shit with Yankee episode, where we can talk about whatever. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. It's also a place where you can come and challenge me if you disagree with something I've said previously in another Shooting the Shit video or whatever. Say you missed a topic one day and you want to address it today, this is where you can do that. Come in, let me know if you disagree with me about something. We can even make a little Spank the Yank video if you want to put it on your YouTube page or whatever. So let me know if you disagree with me or just ask questions and suggest topics. I usually start by reading the orders because orders of merchandise, our custom 2A merchandise, supports the Pets and Vets program. We don't have any orders today. We don't have any new subs or we actually lost more Patreon people today. I got to start thinking of something to do to help promote Patreon. Remember, if you want to become a patron or a Subscribe Star member or buy merchandise like the Knights Who Say Pew 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 shirt here, or my this is the first American flag, not a Confederate flag, hat or shirt or whatever. And I do make some flags like this too. Go on over to TYMPpistolproject.com. From there, you can do anything that you need to do for my. You can become a member, you can become a patron, you can become a Subscribe Star supporter, you can do one-time donations, you can use the link to go buy merchandise, and you can sign up to be a recipient of TYMPPP. So go on over there. I want to get to the questions here, see if we got any questions coming in. Let's see. We got one here. Says today was President Trump's deadline for the DOJ and the ATF to make the recommendations for safeguarding Second Amendment rights. Any news on that today? Well, none that I've seen, but I haven't watched the news today. But it really doesn't matter because that was all just political theater. None of the people he's talking to can actually do anything. Pam Bondi can't do anything. Pam Bondi can't make a state change its laws. All Pam Bondi can do is sue if she says the law is unconstitutional. But every single issue with Second Amendments already have lawsuits against it for being unconstitutional. So she's not really going to change anything. Some people think that the Attorney General just has the right to say, nope, you can't enforce that law. They do not. That's separation of federal and state powers. And no, she does not have that authority. President Trump doesn't have that authority. So I don't know what people think. This is all political theater for the followers who are getting upset about there not being anything pro-gun being done. And that's all it is theater. So it really doesn't make much difference. If something happens, I'll be thrilled. But I ain't holding my breath. I don't know about you. Here's a question. What is the best RV handgun? What do you mean? Like a RV and a recreational vehicle, like a mobile home, or the one on wheels? A camper, like Dale drove in Walking Dead. That's what you're talking about. Well, whatever you fucking carry, because you can carry anything you want into it, and whatever you use at home. Now, out on the road, running around, if you're out on the road and you're parking in like wilderness areas or camping areas and you're traveling a lot on the highways, I'm going to have a fucking shotgun in my truck. Maybe like a pistol grip shotgun, something like that. Something easy maneuver, something powerful, and something that I can bring to bear against whatever needs to be brought to bear against. So I would say I'm going to have me a shotgun in mine. I don't talk a lot about shotguns, but I'm a big supporter of shotguns. We have 3 different shotguns in our house on the walls that are just on the wall all the time. There's one in my bedroom. There's one in my son's bedroom. There's one in our living room. They're just hanging on racks on the walls because they're the best thing for out here where I live. They're not what I'd go to for, like if I think there's a burglar in the house, but they're good for pretty much everything outside. And in a mobile home, I think you're going to be going outside quite a bit. So that's the whole point, that you can live outside. All right. Let's see if we got any questions coming in over here. I got to get it up. I got to open the website. I should say it that way. That was less suggestive. I didn't have it ready to go here, so let's get it ready to go. Let me see if there's any questions. What is today? Today is the 10th. That's money going out. Dale Rickety said, I will be absent again tonight, but that does not mean I don't love you, all you bag lickers. I ain't licked a bag in today that I know of. So he doesn't love me. He must love you all. Because I don't lick bags. Well, what's in the bag? Is there like juice dripping out of it or something? Is it like a paper bag and it's leaking? Well, you probably shouldn't just lick leaky things. I did that once as a kid, like an idiot. I had an old army lantern and something was dripping off of it. And for some reason, I was only like 6. I decided, well, hey, there's water on the lantern. And I licked it off and it was battery acid. So you shouldn't just lick drippy things. Bad things can happen. I mean, good things can happen too sometimes. Like you can get jewelry or something like that from it, but I wouldn't recommend just doing it willy-nilly. Have something agreed upon up front. Let's see here. Daniel Pint said, this isn't a cult. Headed to Banff, Canada this summer. Can't take a gun. Hoping bear spray will do. What do you think? Well, it will do against most things, unless it's another human being with a gun. And bad guys, even in Canada, have guns. So that's why I stay out of Canada if I can. I don't go unless I absolutely have to. Why do you have to say this isn't a cult? Are you talking about the thing you're going to in Canada? I think you're going up there for a cult meeting. Well, why else would you go to Canada or Canada unless you were in a cult? I think Canada itself is a cult. Have you met a lot of those people? It seems like a cult. And then Daniel chimed in again and says, thanks for the were-opossum art. Yes, I'm doing the were-possum art because I got tired of being bitched at about it. John Hammonds is our last chat over here, and he said, do you carry a rifle or shotgun in your vehicle? I have a rifle in my vehicle, a breakdown rifle. And what would you recommend? There's all kinds of rifles and stuff you can carry in your vehicle. A lot of them are made for it. Like that new M&P thing that's kind of like a Kel-Tec P2000, just a little fold-up pipe with a trigger and a stock and a grip on it. Those things are great for just get-home guns. They give you a little bit more range and oomph if you for your 9mm or your 40, whatever you got. I would like to have one of those in 10mm because I'd like to have one that takes Glock mags. I'd like to have one of those folding carbines that takes Glock mags and is 10mm. Because that's what I carry, a 10mm Glock in my car, and I'd like to have a rifle that goes with it. But right now, my rifle is not. It doesn't go with that. My rifle's 9mm, so because it's a takedown Ruger 9mm rifle. But those with the new stock, that new backpacker stock or whatever they call it, that's perfect for a car. I like that new backpacker stock where you take apart the takedown and it clicks together with the stock. I want to get one badly, but I have not yet. I need to, but I have not. Someone in here got one. Pissed me off. Oh, pissed me off because I want one and I didn't get one. And they didn't give me one either. They bought one and didn't buy me one. What assholes. Inconsiderate assholes. I swear to God. If you're going to go do something like that, you got to get enough for everybody. Paul Bidenbach paid his $2 tithe to Phil and says, Hail Phil should have started with a regular possum before the transformation. Well, is it a were-possum or is it a possum is it just a possum turning into a humanoid? I don't know if that'd be considered a were-possum. I don't know. Was that Paul Bidenbach that just said that? Yes, that was Paul Bidenbach just said that. And he paid his $2 tithe to Phil, as did John Hammonds before him and Daniel Pint before him. And Daniel chimed in again and said, How long until we get rifles back in Washington? Well, it depends on how long it takes for that Maryland and Illinois cases to get through the Supreme Court if they quit stalling. Everything doesn't have to be done to the, most, lengthy way it can possibly be done. Just weigh in. This is something important. That's something Trump should be doing. Trump should be saying, hey, listen, these cases you've been postponing and punting on, these are essential to the freedom of American citizens. I would request you rule on these now. And they could do that. They could bring it in and rule on it. And pressure from the president would be a big factor in that. So I would like to see him doing that, but I ain't seen him doing it. All right, now I got an email here I want to share. Let's see, John Heasley sent this. It is a puppy. It says Chase, but it doesn't say who Chase is or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on. But isn't he cute? He's adorable. Is this the puppy he said he was getting or something? Because that was a littler puppy. But also, John Heasley is, of course, the asshole that got the backpacker stock. I didn't want to say anything, but when I said some asshole in here got one and didn't get me one, it was John Heasley, PCC 9mm. So that piece that they just clicked together. Isn't that awesome? I want one of those. The bitch didn't get me one. He got himself one. That's all he thinks of. That's all he thinks of is himself. One of those people. Very selfish. Me. What did I just do here? Did I read this one already? Seriously, this isn't a cult. Why would you carry if you couldn't carry? What would you carry if you couldn't carry a gun? Well, I don't know, because in Canada, can you even carry a knife? I guess mace would be the next best thing. I don't know if you can carry a taser. I've got a taser. One of those ones that look like Star Trek phaser. I got one of them. I don't know what I would carry, because it would probably be something illegal. Like I'd probably have me some brass knuckles, maybe a slapjack. But I would definitely have mace. I think they let you have mace. There's some places don't let you have mace now. Does Canada let you have mace in the cities? I don't know the laws up in Canada. I know that they're very, very fragile people. That's why you can't have stuff like that. You might accidentally hurt one of their criminals. They don't want that. They value their criminals. Hell, they made one of them prime minister for a very long time there. What is your full opinion on Trump? Well, I think Trump is an opportunist. I think Trump is a profiteer. I think Trump is a narcissist. But those are pretty much all the things that most politicians are. I don't think he cares about keeping his word. I think all he cares about is staying in good favor, which is why I said if people don't hold him to his word, if they give him adulation and demand nothing for it, well, then he'll give you nothing for it. If you start holding back adulation and only giving it when he deserves it, well, then he'll do the things he needs to do to get it. Well, I think that's his number one defining factor, is that he wants to be popular. That's why he's always been. He used to call in with fake names and, give information about himself to the tabloids to get positive stories about himself in the tabloids because he wanted attention. So yeah, he will do what he has to do for attention. So if you're going to give it to him without him doing anything for it, he won't do anything for it. But if you make him do something for it, if you make the monkey fucking dance for his peanuts, he'll fucking dance for his peanuts. But if you just throw peanuts at him, he's just going to sit there and get fat. That's my main thoughts on Trump, to be honest. Where was I? We got John Bologna Jr. chiming in over here. And he said, I forwarded you an email today from Bruce Gray about the Sig P320 pistol. Would be great and quick read for the chat. Well, I don't want to read the whole thing for the chat because it wasn't that short. Where did it go? I had seen it. Where did it go? I read it again when you sent it, but I had already seen it once. Where did it go? I saw that you forwarded it to me today, and I read it. I don't know where it's at, though. Am I going back far enough? There it is. I'll just read the main point of it here. it's highlighted. So here's the guy from Gray Guns, and this is what he's saying of their own extensive internal testing. We have deliberately attempted to compromise the mechanical safeties of the P320, looking for ways an unintended discharge could occur. Despite those efforts, we have never been able to induce a discharge without the trigger being actuated. That's the whole point right there. You can't make it go off without pulling the trigger. And I've said that 100 times, and people are like, oh, keep linking me to that fucking video from that long-winded fucking retard that just goes on. Oh, it's all these manufacturing tolerances are, and he doesn't fucking seem to know anything about guns. Period. I don't know what's fucking wrong with him, but he's basically, the whole thing is conjecture. And then the stuff he says about the military, saying, oh, we've had all these, it's fucking not true. It's fucking lies. It's conjecture and innuendo and misinformation. And I would love to see, go to that guy's website. I'm not watching this video again. I'm not giving it another view, but if y'all go over there, tell him, come on my live chat. Tell him I've challenged him. I've called him a chicken shit, dickless asshole, and he should come on my live chat and try to prove his point because he's fucking wrong. No one has been able to make a Sig Sauer go off, period. And the stuff he was saying about the tolerances and all that crap, that's garbage. I've taken these guns apart 10, 15 times. At least if I've done it once, I've done it a dozen times. And that includes the fire and control units. I've got videos of me taking the fire and control units apart, changing the trigger. So I will put my knowledge of it against his any day of the week because he's only out there just spouting garbage when he knows he's talking to an audience that wants to believe it. But the reality is not a single one has gone off. And all these people that jump on this shit are the kind of people that don't give two fucks about the Second Amendment or the gun community. They care about hearing what they want to hear, being popular, getting views, and they're more than happy to drag down one of the main supporters of the Second Amendment and one of the main suppliers of guns for our community just because it's popular to do so, and they're more than happy to help Bloomberg if they get a little slice of it. And fuck those people. I'm not going on Johnny B's channel. Johnny B can come in here. Johnny Buttplug can come over here, and I'll be glad to listen to him. But I'm not going on there because here's the thing: they won't do it live. They want to pre-tape it, and I ain't doing it. We've had several people say, hey, can we do a tape chat? And I'm like, no, it's got to be live. Well, I got to edit it first because I don't want to take a chance of what you said. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it unless it's live because I'm not having you put out an edited version of our conversation. So if they want to come on here live, we'll come on here and do it live. But there has to be a live broadcast. And Johnny B don't know fuck about guns. Johnny B was someone who just came on and sucked the fucking dick of every profiteer that ever came on into the gun community. That's how he got his popularity, was cozying up to and fucking hanging around with all the popular kids and sucking their fucking dicks and blowing smoke up their ass. Not my kind of conversation. All right, let's see. Is anybody asking interesting questions over here? I don't see any more questions coming in. Let me go look and see. Nope, John Baloney was the last one. And we're caught up over here. And I think we're caught up with live chats. Do a Corvette giveaway, please. Yeah, if I had a Corvette, I wouldn't give it away. I'd sell it and get a different car. Don't you have a double stacked 9mm Staccato? Yes, I do. It's not a 1911. That's 2011. I've got one. I don't carry them or nothing, but I got one. I got two, actually, just to have a 2011. Today, one of the 500 gun tubers who is slamming Sig actually admitted that he never witnessed a P320 malfunction. Go figure. None of them have. None of them have witnessed a P320 malfunction. None of them, period. It hasn't happened. Court records show it hasn't happened. The military's come out and said there's no rise in negligent discharges. They've also come out and said these guns are totally safe. The Navy put out a memorandum to all of its soldiers. These guns are absolutely safe if you use them correctly. So it's all lies and misinformation, and people don't know what they're fucking talking about. And it's damaging to the gun community, and it's damaging to Sig Sauer. And the fact that a lot of them are doing it just because Sig Sauer doesn't pay them, that shows you what kind of person they are. And those fucking people need to drop dead, because I'm sick of them. It ain't none, and I'm tired of trying to get them to talk to you because they won't. They're fucking cowards. They are cowards. They won't talk to you live. They won't, everything's got to be taped and all this other stuff. And I'm like, no, talk to me live. Don't be an asshole. That's why I lost so much faith in some of the gun community people, like Guns and Gadgets and Mr. Guns and Gear. They're such fucking cowards. I'm like, I don't like profiteering cowards. Fear-mongering, divisive cowards. I don't watch cowards or deal with cowards. But that looks like that's it for today. We are out of questions. Last call. I guess I should do a last call for questions. We are out. I'm out over here on the live chat. Nothing coming in over on PayPal. Nothing over here. Did you get email I sent? Said Go Shadow. I don't see it yet. Hold on. I saw one from last one I saw was from John Heasley. Oh no, I got here's one. Deck is done. Boom. Well, that's a pretty big deck. It's the first time you've ever heard anybody say anything like that to you. Here's a picture of his deck he got done. Wind. Boop. Boop. Ta-da, there we go. Dick. Those things are so expensive. I paid so much for mine. I don't even want to think about it. I'll still be paying for it for another 3 or 4 years. And I did it, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, almost 3. I was told my new Marlin 4570 was the Remington model and wasn't very good. What makes it bad? Nothing. People's opinions. People love to say, like, this gun just ain't what it used to be, or that gun ain't what it used to be. And I'm like, well, really? Why? What's wrong with it? And they very seldom have an answer for that. Sometimes it's true, but not often. But that looks like that's it for us today. I don't see any questions coming in. Chase is my granddaughter's new puppy. Oh, okay. His granddaughter's new puppy. That's a cute puppy. Very cute puppy. Make sure I don't got any emails I missed. I don't see any emails missed. Don't see any questions answered. Or asked, I should say. Looks like we are done. So I want to say thanks to everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I will see everybody tomorrow. Hopefully you'll have questions. Today I told people, please fucking ask interesting questions today, and nobody fucking asked hardly any questions. It's really getting hard to balance doing this chat for the people who really like it and want to hear it every day, and just sitting here having nothing to talk about because people don't get involved. Ask questions. Make it fucking interesting for everybody. It's not interesting for me or anybody else if no one asks questions. Nobody wants to just hear me talk. Doesn't take any effort to ask a fucking question. And put it in the live chat over here. Would you ever stream on Kick? I don't know what that is. So probably not, because I don't know what it is. Any drawing today? Did we get enough? I said we always got to get at least 10. I said that yesterday, 10 chats. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only got 6. So no drawing today. We'll do it. If we get enough tomorrow, we'll do it. I I can't just keep giving stuff away when we don't make any money. What's that? Top chat today. I don't understand top chat today. There's more than enough news topics to keep questions coming. It definitely is, but people don't ask. Reliable brands for 1911 shipping, please. What? Shipping, please. Reliable brands for 1911 shipping. I don't understand that question. Period. What's for dinner? I understand that question. I don't know. I think we're making chicken fried rice tonight. My son said if he went and got the stuff, would I make chicken fried rice? So I think that's what we're making tonight. And by we, I mean me, because I'm the cooking. My younger son cooks some, but it's mostly just me. Cop shop man with his own EDC. I saw that. Were you on top chat or live chat? Oh, I'm on top chat. And it's too late to change it now. But if people ask questions, it'll still come through. It just filters out a lot of the bullshit. I think he meant he is 1911 shopping. Oh, well, depends on what you want to spend. I mean, there's all kinds of good 1911s on the market. There's everything from budget 1911s, like, Rock Island, all the way up to Dan Wesson's and then beyond into the custom territory. If you're looking at manufacture, just like, production level, well, Dan Wesson's probably at the top of that. And then, like I say, Rock Island's probably like the entry point for good quality budget 1911s. There's Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Sig, Kimber makes tons of really nice 1911s. So there's just all kinds of options out there. It depends on what you really want. And if you want to go custom, it really depends on what you want, on which one you would use to go custom with. But now that we got that answered, I do believe we're done. Because I already told everybody we were done and people left. So people are asking questions now, but it's a little late. I own 3 revolvers and a 308 bolt. Am I screwed in shit hit the fan? Why, not any more so than most people. If shit hits the fan, we're probably all pretty much screwed. But some of us will last longer than others, and you'll last longer than people who got nothing. That's for sure. What's your final opinion on the Henry revolver? It's only for people who really love revolvers and want to collect them, because there ain't nothing special about it, to be honest. It's kind of basic. If you had to carry a bright colored firearm, what would it be? Blue, pink, red, or something? I don't know. I've never thought about that. Shiny silver's bright, so I'd go shiny silver. Do you think there are any football-sized goldfish in the Columbia River? I'm surprised anything's alive in the Columbia River, period. It used to be a super fun site. So I don't know about goldfish. I don't really know much about fish, period. That looks like that's it. So we are done. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Any emails or nothing? Nope, no emails or anything. The last one was the backpacker stock. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I appreciate it. I hope to see y'all again tomorrow. Hopefully, everybody will come with some good questions. And remind me to put it on a live chat tomorrow. So I do that before we get started, because I missed a few chats probably. But thanks, everyone, for what you do for the channel. I appreciate it. Remember, if you want to help support TYMP, go over and buy some merchandise or become a Subscribe Star member. If you want to help pets and vets, go over and become a Patreon member or a TYMP Pet Defender member on Subscribe Star. Get yourself an entry for the the PSA dagger we're giving away. It's surprising I did that video on it today. Did a review of it. I thought, well, maybe that'll generate some entries. It looks like it did generate one. Hold on here. Who joined? Because I didn't say earlier. Well, I'll say tomorrow, because I don't want to say it now. It's late in the chat. Most people will miss, and it's not like I'm saying thanks. But it generated an entry. Well, I'll have it paid off in no time. A $5 entry. But thanks, everybody, for coming. I will see you all again tomorrow. I am losing my shirt on that fucking gun. What I spend, like $400 putting that together, $300 or $400, and I've made like $100 in extra people signing up, 150 maybe with the tips. So yeah, it's not doing great on that. Another failed fundraiser attempt. It's just getting to where it's no point in trying to raise funds because it ain't working. I mean, giving away guns used to be a surefire way to at least temporarily boost numbers. Now I don't even do it because I don't have any reach because YouTube's throttled me. But thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for everything you do for the channel. I appreciate it. Would you give it to an ex-felon? I can't give it to an ex-felon. It's got to go through an FFL. So ex-felon can't go through an FFL. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.